So you're gonna get the B ranks. Go on then. Get up there. Hehehehe. Wait, can I jump on his tent? Hi, Coleman. How do I get up there? Oh, that way. Oh, that's a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. That's how you move? That is so dumb. Hmm. It's almost like an equation, if anything. Oh no, this game. Hmm. Hmm. It's really difficult to determine how far your distance is because it really depends how long you actually press down the direction arrow. So it makes it unpredictable, so there's no way to how should I say, calculate how you're gonna go where you're gonna go. That makes sense. So it doesn't matter where you position yourself on the platform per se, because it's gonna be different every time. She must really be something. Beauty, I'm sure. Hmm. Well, good luck, Dev. Okay. Thank you. There's no way to get over there, though. It's like with this thing in behind me, it's just impossible to get through there. So I wonder if I'm approaching it wrong. Yeah, I don't care about your stories, old man. Nope. Really don't want to puke. Hi, Lawson. Hmm. I wonder, is it the... Is it the jump that determines the distance, or is it the direction? It's difficult to tell. I think it might be the jumping. But it's very difficult to manage anything with the distance. Like, you can have everything correctly positioned and it would still not really matter. How did you sleep last night? Not very well, actually. I slept rather poorly. Like, I don't know how to get through there. That bit makes no sense right now. I can't really adjust myself in midair, so, you know, when you jump, you're basically stuck in that momentum. I'm not sure this is how I would have done the platform mechanics, per se, but then again, I'm not a game programmer, so what do I know? Like, there's no way to get across this at all. I wonder what the trick is. If you reach the babe once, then what are you doing down here? That makes no sense. Like, why would you make it all to the top with the babe and then just come all the way down to the middle of nowhere? I think I nearly had it there. But no, although now I don't know how I did it. Hello, and what did the town crier say when the knights attended one to miss an afternoon? It's 404, page not found. I'm pretty sure they didn't have books that long. Or that short, to be honest. Hydrate, you got it. I'm Mutter. I've been in a bit of a sassy mood lately. Like, quite a lot of things have just annoyed me. Now, I don't play this because, you know, oh, I hate myself or anything like that. But I've always wanted to try this out and see what, you know, the fuss was all about. Now, I don't know what I'm doing wrong with this bit here. I wonder if I'm just approaching it from the wrong angle. How do you feel? I feel okay. I'm feeling good. Well, that's good, as long as you don't, you know, shouldn't you be near the fire there? It should stay nice and warm or something. I wonder how long it took Deli to get through this, actually. Has to be, like, really precise, like... I wonder if I should look it up, because I feel like I'm just doing it wrong. I mean, can it really be called cheating? Because, you know... I'm gonna get there, but I have to make the move, you know, work. But I don't know if I'm just doing it correctly or not. You know? Or like, you know, playing games like getting over it or something. Like, I've always wondered, you know... Okay, so power, like, big power jumps down there don't really work. Oh, that's good. Not too much jumping. Oh, I wish that I was young again. Well, go find a wizard or thingamajig to make you young with a spell or something. Maybe that will work. Okay, so big jump here, maybe a low jump. Oh, there we go. Just a little hop. I wonder if that's like a checkpoint or something. Okay, he just decided not to jump, but that's fine. And decided to just miss entirely. Okay, so it's a small jump then. Good morning, good morning, chat, good morning, Shy. I had no idea what to do today. I was just like... I don't know what to do. I just feel, you know, kind of like bored out of my mind, essentially. And maybe I'm just a little bit... I'm gonna be honest, a little bit frustrated. Like, there was a post I read and it just, you know, just annoyed me. just finished the Magic Library cleanup game. It was fun, really. Well, there's actually two library cleanup games, so which one do you mean? Oh, I think I know which one you mean, because there is another one that's like single player, and then there's one that has co-op as well, where you have to get everything in order. The Recenter one, I think, with putting 1,000 books in their place. Well, there is another game that's basically the same, which has co-op, but it just involves, like, I don't know, wizards or monks or something, I don't know. I think it's like monks or something. Why did you stop jumping? I've never stopped jumping, ever. Also, if anybody gets frustrated watching this, I'm pretty much past the point of really giving a damn, really. Okay, so I can't do like a power jump or something. Okay, I love how he doesn't, you know, it's very weird. Sometimes he doesn't jump when he's told to. I'm fully aware I couldn't do better. Hmm? What do you mean? Oh, with this game. Okay, fair enough. Well, have you ever tried it before? I mean, don't beat yourself up if you haven't tried it. You know, you'd be probably surprised yourself. Just remember, can't be that bad, because you could just be like that one reviewer who couldn't even make it through what was it called? Cuphead. Through that tutorial level. And he couldn't even do a simple double jump dash move, and he was like completely stuck. And this is supposed to be a game reviewer. Okay, I'm not that bad. No, you're not. So just remember, if you ever think you're bad at a game, just remember that guy exists, so... I'm Ted Cootie. Good for you. Or Cuddy. How the run's going? Fine. I wonder if I should give getting over it a go as well. Sometimes he moves really far when he's not supposed to. It's like, I really don't get to dictate how far he actually moves. I wouldn't be surprised if games like this actually had a line of code that actually, would you eat anyway? Would have had a castle this morning. I wonder if there's like a line of code where it sometimes randomly, you know, changes your moveset every once in a while just to throw gamers off. Because one moment you're like on the edge, and then the next you're just completely off the edge. When that's clearly not what happened. It's Jump King, not Walk Off the Edge King. Well, you're more than welcome to do it yourself, I guess. The only Rage game I've only fully completed was Only Up. I think I almost did that one, I don't know. No, actually no, I'm thinking of the other one. I'm thinking of the one with chains, but we just stopped playing it. If there's any sort of gameplay I would like have running in the background just to annoy people, it would be this. It would just be this gameplay in the background just to piss people off. Speedrun seems consistent, so I don't think there is randomness. I don't know. Also depends on your keyboard as well. But just remember, you're not here to have a good time with Jump King, you're here to have nothing. You get nothing, and you essentially appreciate everything that you do have. Because you need to remember, when you play Jump King, you have nothing. Like, you're not even worth this old man's time. That's why he's sleeping. See, there, it doesn't jump, even though I commanded it to jump, it doesn't do it. Because it has to be precise, like, there's no other way of getting across, because one pixel out of place. And, you know, you just can't make that jump. Gosh, I sure wish my phone would shut up. And yes, calendar, I really don't give a damn about events. Shut up. I don't have any events. Stupid phone. There we go. Again, and again, nothing. I clearly pressed jump, but the game was like, nope. Not gonna follow the command. I wonder if there's ever been a player that's like really good at this game and just deliberately plays very badly just to piss people off because they're just, you know, watching in rage, like... at the constant non-progress that's being made. Like, what if I don't want to progress, you know? What if I want to stay here forever? Like, this is your life now. This is your existence. Forever scenery. Too pretty to leave. I mean, this guy can make this, you know, his home. I mean, seriously, just walk to the side behind that tree on the right side. Just leave. Just go. Like, seriously, I would not put this amount of effort to, you know, jump up just to get one lady. No, no thank you. She could stay up there forever alone. Because remember, your suffering is not worth the empty husk that she might end up to be. What if it's Demi? Well then I have to go save them, I guess. Or I could just give them a phone call and tell them to get their ass down here. Because, you know, they shouldn't be that far away from me to begin with, so... Like, I don't know why you're up there in the middle of nowhere on top of a castle. I mean, when you look at it, when you look at the entire integrity of Jump King, that takes effort to get up there. And a long period of time, so they have no business being up there whatsoever, so it is not my prerogative to go up there and save their ass, because they shouldn't be up there to begin with, so no, I wouldn't. I would tell them to get their ass down here, because that's not fair. If anything, that's just bad behavior. It's not healthy. Dove, a 90-year-old billionaire, was dragged into the abyss by the tentacles of the Lovecraftian old god. It was an elder rich horror. I can see where you're going with this one. I really can, but I'm not feeling it. Yep, I jumped, and again, it doesn't follow my command. See, this is, I might not be wrong about this. I generally think this game actually has a specific line of code where it deliberately makes you fuck up on purpose. So it's not really about whether you position yourself correctly. I mean, granted, there are some bits where you have to position yourself almost perfectly, but I think the game literally does that deliberately just to make sure you constantly fuck up, thus adding to the runtime, because when you think about it, if this was any other, you know, platformer with actual controls, then you would actually make progress like it was, you know, like walking, essentially. So, I can't... I don't know what my train of thought was. What the hell did I just join into? Well, you joined into Jump King, so... You're welcome, I guess. Oh, it's one of those. What's the crow for, then? It's definitely not a, you know, checkpoint or anything. Is it just to remind you, oh yeah, that you're making progress, congratulations. Just so you don't, you know, lose your mind. I forget there's no such thing as like I for some dumb reason thought that was a checkpoint, but there is no checkpoints in Jump King. It's all one continuous nightmare that you have to indulge in. I mean, I know Jump King is hell. I mean, welcome to hell. The scenery's too pretty for it to be nice. Like, the problem is when it comes to like the perfect pixelation, it's very difficult to, you know, make a very specific jump because you know how much pixel is required to make a jump, but the game is like, no, we're gonna screw you over with either a command that doesn't respond, even though I clearly pressed it, or we're gonna increase the distance when you're moving with the arrow key, you know? Just like opening the green hole. I've not tried that one. So, when you think about it, this isn't my hell, it's actually your hell, because you decided to come here. I don't know, is there such a thing as a streamer being able to torture its own chat, essentially? Is that a thing? I'm fine with being in hell. Well, there's plenty of room, so... like, the rent is quite, generous, I guess. I wonder how Deli felt in the end, because I remember watching when they were playing bits of it, and then I remember watching the compilation with when they were making very weird noises, because they were in despair, I guess. Hi, Sweet Maple. So I jumped there, but the game, again, does not follow the commands, so... maybe I should put a warning on the top right corner or something saying, warning, we are not going to leave this biome for the entire stream, so don't expect any new scenery. Ever. Because it will never happen. Locked up and threw away the key. Who's looking up shy? I don't know. You know, whenever I look at my stuff on Deli, I gotta say I'm very proud of Deli. Like, don't let the art fool you. Deli is a very good gamer. Dub's locking us up. Oh wait, I am? I don't remember signing that contract. Oh shit, Dove playing the Rage game. Well, I wouldn't say it's the Rage game because there's plenty on the menu. I mean, I could quickly just, you know, switch, you know, between this and getting over it or something. Like, we could play all the Rage games that exist, and the thing is, we will never make any progress, so... I don't know what you're expecting from this. You know, it's like walking. essentially. Like, you do it so many times, you know, or riding a bike, you're gonna fall off, you're gonna try and try again, and then there's this one moment where you do it really, really well, and it becomes like almost like a subconscious repetition, like you're not even aware of it. And one moment you're doing like really, really well, and you know, you feel like you can't do anything wrong, and then it takes one little mistake and then it's all ruined. I think Getting Over It has more claim to being the rage game. I mean, like working out, you do and do it repetitively and do it, and you don't feel any changes. It just takes time, a lot of time. Like, I could have, let's say, 100 years of my life and still never leave this very same biome. Then you better get, like, that's gotta be my goal, maybe, for this year, is to see if I can get out of this biome. Not the top, mind you. But just this biome alone for this, before the year is over. I wonder if this is how Batman felt when he had to try to get out of the pit in the Dark Knight Rises film. It's what it feels like. You mean like 7 months? Yeah, 7 months. 7 months to get out of this biome. Actually... Oh, there is a save. Wait, there's really a save? I wonder where it puts you there. Does it leave you where you left off? Imagine being in a rhythm. Having a rhythm of getting through the levels. And then... Oh, that was a bigger jump. And then... and then you come back to it like days later and then your rhythm is completely off. You know? So I'm fine with how, I mean, you have 7 months. It's tolerable. It's doable. I don't know. I don't really like... I don't like being competitive, really. Like, I'm going to be straight with you. I'm going to be honest with you. I am very humble in victory, but I am an absolute sore loser when it comes to defeat. Because, you know, back when I was growing up, I've been taught, you know, winning is everything rather than having fun. I mean, I've started to have a lot more fun as I got older, but, you know, I was basically raised up that, you know, when it comes to gaming, winning, it's like the only goal that matters. Like, and I don't mean like family teaching me that, but, you know, video games teaching me that lesson. Like, it's only about winning. It's never about having fun. I sent you pics. Oh? Let me see. Aw, adorable. Yeah, that was fun. You should have seen the hamster dove. The what? Oh, you mean like the little hamster, you know, suit avatar thing? I've separated both of those thoughts while gaming. I mean, for me it's never about winning anymore, it's just being... for me it's not about winning anymore, it's about just wanting to cross the finish line, if anything. Because for me that's enough. Knowing that I did it, you know? Digging holes in the pool table. I wasn't digging any holes. I was occupying, you know, the table holes, yeah, sure. The point is though, you're learning something new, and every day it will take time to fully understand. The new thing, whilst mastering it will take even longer. It's like, even if you mastered something for like, I don't know, like 3 years, and then you come back to it, you're not going to be the master anymore, you're going to learn it all over again. Why is there crickets anyway? It's not even, is it really nighttime? Strikes me more like noon or something, rather than nighttime. Also, I can't remember the last time I even heard a cricket anymore. Like, that's how scarce things are these days. Trying to get to that pixel on the edge of that platform because, as you can see, it will have the edge or nothing. It's like, it requires you to, you know, to be pinpoint right there. I wonder how many people left the, well, thanks Batman, thank you very much for the follow. Like, it will have like no it will have no other result in the matter. It's like either that or the high road. You know what? This might as well just be, you know, background noise. This is more of, how should I say, a chatting stream, if anything. And this is just here. That's basically what it is. Like, the funny thing is, I don't even feel mad about this at all. But there's a part of me that just feels like somebody is watching this and they are just seething with rage. Because nothing is going right and it's pissing them off. And for some reason I kind of like it. Like, I don't know what, it sounds weird, but I kind of like pissing somebody off because of, you know, my downfall is making them angry, and for me that's just funny. Like when, like, normally I don't really care, but when I look at, you know, people getting pissed off at other streamers, for doing like really bad at a game or something, or struggling, and then you know they just get angry. That's funny to me now, as I've you know seen more of it. No, I'm not mean. I'm just like sometimes you have those days where you just hate being kind to people, and you just want to be, you know, I don't know, just a little bit of a jerk, you know, if that makes sense. I mean, of course it makes sense. I mean, it's like that one film where the guy like follows all the rules of society, and then for once he decides to like turn against the system, and for some reason he's branded as a villain in the end, when really he's not. Let me tell you, that's me every single day. Duff has bratty days, I say. Well, I'm not a brat. Not deliberately, anyway. I just get annoyed at the system. Yup. Yeah, as you can see, it needs the proper pixel to feel happy. Yes, you are a cute brat. Still a brat. That's not nice. You can't call me a brat. Like, I've never been bratty. I've been teasing, yeah, sure, but I've never been a brat, per se. Okay. I was right there on the edge, and even the game still didn't want me to go over. Maybe I should put that as a warning. You know, warning, we're never leaving this level. Better make yourself comfortable, because this is all you're going to be seeing for the next hour or so, I guess. You know, if you ever see this, Dolly, I tip my hat off to you. It's quite impressive what you've done. Because, quite frankly, I don't even care. I almost got the wrong game. I actually confused Shovel Knight with Jump King, because it's literally just a knight, so, but without the shovel, so working in retail makes you feel like being a jerk is better than being nice. Then you are, if they're nice to you, fine, but will be nice, but most are usually jerks and expect me to be able to magically make the thing appear they want. I think what you described with purposely annoying people is like, it's a little bratty. Nothing wrong with that. I think it's more, what's it called? Trolling or rage baiting someone. Because bratty just strikes me more like somebody that has an, you know, kind of like an attitude problem, if anything. I love Shovel Knight. Also, take your expectations and bring them, you know, way down, because the moment you see me go up and up and up, and you're like, oh, are they finally gonna do it? They're finally gonna do it? No, it's not happening. And that's fine. Sometimes you're just not gonna go the way things, you know, gonna go, essentially. Like, you know where you need to go, but you're never gonna get there, so, you know, stop lying to yourself, essentially, and you'll be fine. I mean, I would say that I am annoyed, not at the game, but at streamers in general, really. Especially, like, content creators and streamers are... I know this sounds weird coming from me, but they're practically insufferable. Like, some of the stuff that comes out of their mouth is just, like, really revolting to listen to. It's just downright depressing. Like, nobody behaves like a human being anymore. Ranting time? I wouldn't say ranting, just calling them out for their stupidity. And YouTube has basically become just a drama content page where, you know, it's where drama is the bread and butter of YouTube now. That's all that's there, and it's depressing. Like, literally, the algorithm of YouTube has just become one big newspaper article. It's just become social media. That's basically all it is now, which is, when you think about it, really depressing. And there's this one guy on YouTube that he's basically milking drama that doesn't exist, essentially. And he keeps doing this again and again and again every day. And I'm like, bruh, you're just milking it. Like, if you hate VTubers, you know, that's fine. That's your prerogative, but like, when people can't even have an opinion anymore. Or like, if say they ban someone or block someone for being, you know, a nuisance, that's their prerogative and their right to, you know, because at the end of the day, that person that's bugging you is a stranger, and you should never give them the light of day. So the fact that it becomes everybody's problem, like, oh, how dare you block this person, even though, you know, it is their right, whether it's petty or not, doesn't really matter, because that block button belongs to you, and it is yours to do with as you see fit. Whether you agree with their opinion or not, that's fine. But people should not, you know, tell people off like, oh, what, how dare you, you know, just ignore this person or block them, when they're literally just farming for attention anyway, so they have... It's more than a reason to block them if somebody's just like a greedy so-and-so that's just like feeding on attention. Because I remember there was this one story where, I think it had something to do with Shylily, and there was this one person that was trying to get their attention, or I don't know, because they were blocked by them. But apparently this person got called out because this very same person has made 17, I repeat, 17 alt accounts on Twitter. And they're trying to play the victim card. Like, get out of here with that nonsense. Like, seriously? I mean, the problem is everything is politics now. Like, I can't go a day without hearing anybody's political opinion. Like, even, like, games have become political. streaming has become political, animeable things has become political. Like, there's no human decency or, like, respecting people's personal space. Like, just because it's on the internet doesn't mean that gives you the authority to just talk shit. Because you wouldn't do it to somebody's face on the street. Okay, so that's a block in front, so I need to position myself like that. Okay. So that looks like a wall up there, so I can't really jump up that way, I guess. I don't have any political stuff or news stuff on my YT page. The problem is I have to block so much of it, but it keeps appearing on and again. But the funny thing is, a lot of the political stuff isn't even from my own country anymore, it's just from Trump. Okay, maybe that was too small of a jump. I wonder if there's a soft spot to this. Oh wait, maybe I've got an idea. Maybe if I jump back against the platform, it will bounce me back into that that little cubby or something. Maybe that will get me in there. It might have helped that I turned off my YouTube save history. That's actually a good point, yeah. I was gonna play some more GTA 4. But I'm sorry. The, like, the color or the filter that they use in that game is just too depressing. And I was just not in the mood to play it, to be honest. You know, I'm surprised this game actually doesn't have any music in the main game itself, really. And if you play what you feel like, so it's fine. I know, but... I mean... I do want to get through my my redeem games as well, because I currently got 2, I think. So... I think it was 2 currently running. So one was Lunaset, GTA, no, then we got Bloom TT6, and then Beam and BMG, or I forgot what it was called, Beam NG. I think that's what it was, can't remember. Maybe that is the road to success in Jump King. If you get mad at I mean, normally I don't get really mad, like, very rarely, But if you don't get angry like for a very long time, that can also not be healthy either, because then that anger builds up and then just spills in one moment. And, you know, this is not advice, this is basically just, you know, speaking for myself here. Like, maybe, like, if you get mad at something else, you can't get mad at, you know, Jump King, because you're mad at something else. Tomato can go boom. Well, if you put it in a slingshot or a potato cannon, then yeah, I guess. Kinda wanna try a potato cannon. Saw this one clip, I think it was like yesterday or something, where President Barack Obama was being shown a science project by a kid in the White House, and he showed him the potato cannon. No, it's hot stove, just heat it up and explode. Oh, so a potato grenade then. No wonder they call it hot potato. I wonder how many people played this game by now, actually. So yeah, if you guys ever see Dully next time they stream, just say you're proud of them, really. Just, you know. Well, actually, no, don't do that, because I should not be the one to dictate, you know, to tell you what to do. But just, like, keep it in the back of your mind that, you know, if he ever doubts himself when it comes to playing games, we both know that's not true. Because Dully is very good at games as well. Oh, the test my patience, the video game. The funny thing is, I'm not even getting upset because I know what this game is. I know its nature. But I'm more worried I'm pissing someone else off, if that makes sense. Which is, you know, weird. I like how that tent says, oh, by the way, you need to go up that way. But the up arrow key doesn't do anything. Jump King really isn't my game, and I'm aware of that. I felt like I get bored before I got angry or annoyed at how little fun I was having spending money on time on it. I mean, I could have spent this on food, but then again, trying to, you know, not gorge myself so much. Like, I need to, like, you know, trail back a bit, because I'm spoiled where I live. I have, like, really nice, I mean, granted, I don't always go to restaurants a lot, but there's, like, lots of nice bakeries, you know, markets to go to, and there's a lot of, you know, good local food out there that I can support, you know, farmers and everything, rather than going to big stores. That's their problem, really. If they're frustrated that they could go play and watch it somewhere. Exactly. Hmm. Oh, I think I know what this one is, actually. But we'll have to get back to that another time. think I could try another move set. It's like... This one requires big moves, this one requires small movements, you know? But there's nothing really to determine, like, if I could have, like, a visual UI that tells me how much force I'm putting into the jump, then I can calculate it a little bit more better, because now it's just like, it's just based on feeling and eyeballing it, which isn't very easy. Like, I wonder what the world record for this, like... I don't know why, but I'm actually... I really don't care about speedrunning games. I really don't care. Okay, that didn't work. I was expecting my momentum to like... No, that doesn't work. Maybe if I jump... No. Trying to bounce myself into it by hitting the platform like that, and then like just going inside or something, but I don't know if that's what it wants me to do or not. Hi, Chester. But don't worry, I won't, you know, I won't waste your life with this. I'm not that cruel. It's more like gonna be a one-time thing, and I'll, you know, I'll probably just, you know, tweet a screenshot of me making it to the top or something. I know that doesn't sound like, like the same thing as, you know, like witnessing me getting to the top. And, you know, actually no, you know what, no, actually what I could do is that I could get to the very end and then just stream, you know, myself being there, because, you know, anybody can just, you know, Photoshop that I made it to the top or something, so I could just like stream it, you know, like here I am, I'm right there at the top. Actually no, I don't know if that's, no, I don't think that would work either, because then I could easily just play a video and then just place the avatar in front of that video, like it's somebody else's footage, if that makes sense. I don't know. Actually, I didn't check. Does this game even have achievements? Probably just got the one achievement, like... Actually, let me just check. Oh no, it's got 48. Why does it have 48? Gosh. There's one for like 1,000 jumps. Like, I should already have that by now. Like, you don't need 48 for this game. If anything, it should just be one. It should be like to reach the top and that's it. That is the only achievement you need. You don't really need all this filler. You know what? I want to try the other way, actually. I want to see if, okay, no, that doesn't... No, that doesn't quite work. I just wanted to see, I mean... Like, what is the sweet spot in this one? I really don't get it. Is it like... Okay, I think that might actually be it, because yeah, if you make 1 bit of error, then that's it. That's it. Entirely lost. So I think it's like somewhere to the edge of the gap, like where it just requires like a little jump or something. Because, you know, if you mess it up, you're already at the bottom. So high risk, high reward. So I think that's where it actually is. Maybe each biome has an achievement. Maybe. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But 48 though? Like, what are you gonna do with 48 with a game like this? Like, sounds a bit crazy to me. I don't know. Hmm. I wonder what my heart rate would be like. That would be kind of interesting, because I've seen people do it before, but never really considered it anyway. I wonder what the creator of Jump King is doing now. Like, are they working on a different project? Did they clock out with actually, I don't even know if it was made just by one person or not. Need a heart rate mod for Halloween. Hmm. There were some games I wanted to try on Halloween, but there were limitations due to, you know, some of them requiring older software to run, because some of those games were a lot older, or they were like horror games where it requires like co-op, and some people are just not available. I should do some more Husk though, because I haven't got to the haven't done a run of the second level yet. So, and it's like 3 levels in total. So I don't know, I could do maybe revisit that again. I'm gonna be doing some more Signalis tomorrow. Hmm. I think that's like a safety platform. On the right. But it doesn't really give me the bounce I need to get to that platform there, so maybe I jump. Okay, maybe I jump up there then. Question is, where do I go? Do I go left or right? I think right looks the more plausible way. I think the left is just a safety platform. Yeah, like that. Apparently Team Nexal, the people who did Jump King have game called Jump King Quests that have leaving early access in 25th of this month. Oh, okay. I don't know what that is. Is that like a DLC or something? Well, at least we can say we saw some new biome. We saw some red trees and stuff. We went from green trees to red trees, so I hope you enjoyed your brief color palette experience of different pixels, because I will say it was not worth it. I'm just saying that now. I'm doing you a favor. Okay, there was this one post that really pissed me off, and I kind of want to read it to you guys. So this was from the co-creator of Fallout, the first one, and he speaks on how influencers have changed the opinion on games in the last decade, and its potential impact on games. And he says, and I quote, many gamers don't even look to influencers for reviews. They look to influencers to be told how to think about the games. End quote. Now, that quote pissed me off so much. Like, my blood started to boil. Don't let any streamer tell you how to feel about a game. Not ever. Even if it's one you like. I mean, hell, I don't do that. I don't follow gamers' opinions on games. Like, if there's a game that I like, or if that kind of game speaks to me, then I will play it. But if something is popular or everybody's playing it and stuff, I'm not gonna play that. Because, if it's something I don't like, I got my opinions, I've got my preferences, I've got my likes, I've got my dislikes, so, don't ever let any influencer ever tell you how to feel about a game, because, and you know this already, it's your decision to begin with. Like, I've never ever gone to an influencer to dictate what games I should or cannot play, or how I should feel about them, or if I should have permission for that game. Like, just because they don't like it doesn't mean I shouldn't like it. Like, it's really annoying. Because, to be quite frank, I don't consider myself an influencer at all. I never tried to be one. I literally started as Dully's mod, and then I just, started streaming just for fun. Because I saw how much, fun Dully was having, so I wanted to give it a try myself. And at first it was just a very nice, way to look back on the games that I've played, because when I was growing up, I really enjoyed, watching my replays of playing video games and seeing how things progressed or how could I have done things differently. And I do cherish, memories a lot. So it's more for, this is gonna sound selfish. It's more from me, if anything. Like when I do these VODs, because I like looking back on them. Because, I don't want to forget those moments. So even if it was just one person watching me at the end of the day, I'd still be fine. Like, I never aimed to be like a really big content creator or anything. Like, I'm comfortable where I am right now. Like, really, really comfortable because, I don't need, 100 people or 200 people in the chat, because then it's going to be very difficult to, follow through with conversations with the people that do matter. Because, if it's going to be a person that just comes into chat begging for attention and asking those, questions like, oh, I've just joined the chat, can I be your friend? Or, what game are you playing? Even though you can clearly see by the title what I'm playing, you're just, you're basically fishing. And when you don't get, the hook, then you get annoyed. Like, I'm not here for you, I'm here for the people that matter. And attention seekers don't deserve a cent of my time. From the Steam page, Jump King Great Conquest seems more than it seems, but with co-op combat. Oh, okay. So it's a little bit different, I guess. And half the time, influencers don't even like the game. They're just being paid to say it's good. Exactly. And it's worse when, you get certain influencers that say, oh yeah, you should buy this game. But, I'm not gonna buy it, I've just been paid to say it. Like, even if I say, like, I mean, I don't know if I've said it in the past or not, but if I have, I will retract that statement. Like, let's say if I enjoy a game and I recommend it, I no longer subscribe to that line of thinking. Because, you can come up, you're old enough to come up with that decision yourself. Like, you don't need an influencer to tell you that. Like, oh, this game is great. I'm not going to tell you to buy it, but I do recommend it, Whoa, Deep Lore, Dove Lore. Also, Jump King Quest has like a 2.5D graphics instead of 2D. I think I should definitely check it out, see what it looks like. Definitely sounds interesting. Hmm. Because if there's two games I'm like two genres like I'm really not good at, it's definitely platform and horror. But then again, really does depend on like the kind of platformer game you're referring to, because um like platform gaming has definitely got a lot more hardcore since then. So it's not like, you know, I mean, granted, yes, you can still get really difficult platformers from the 90s as well, where, you know, very awkward, you know, camera angles and delayed button responses, you know, stuff like that. But I really think, I mean, this might just be me talking out of my ass, but I feel like platformers have gotten a lot more hardcore just to keep people invested, because, you know, there are some really hardcore gamers out there that really need that challenge to scratch that itch, should we say. Like speaking of games, I saw that Overwatch and Fortnite have a crossover for some reason now. Like, I swear to you, Fortnite is literally just a parasite at this point. It feeds off every franchise in order to stay alive, because with no franchises out there, that game would have died long, long ago. So it doesn't have an original bone in its body, so it's literally living off IP. So it's living off borrowed time. Like, I would be surprised if it would still be here after 10 more years, because it really shouldn't be, because, you know, those IP deals are not cheap. Those things are expensive. And when children start playing their games, or paying for whatever it is, like V-Bucks or whatever the hell they call them, that game's gonna die. Because, you know, I mean, even Blizzard is desperate at this point, because, you know, their franchise is dying so badly, because now they need to get a crossover with Fortnite of all things. It's kind of depressing, really. Like Dead by Daylight, I'm surprised it's survived this long on IP deals. Exactly. Like, I remember when Total Biscuit actually reviewed Dead by Daylight, and he was talking about it on the Co-optional podcast, and he said it was a piece of shit. The entire game. It was garbage, absolute garbage. And it's still here for some reason, so... I mean, it didn't really strike me as a game for me, or a game that would work for me, per se. It just didn't really strike me like, I can't see myself playing this. Because you're literally just going around, dodging the monster, and then fixing generators. That's it. Not to mention there's been plenty of copycats as well coming out. Like, if people want to play that, you know, that's up to them, but it's just not my cup of tea. Damn, I'm getting cramps in my hand. Okay, I should stop doing that. Because that's not the way to do it. Dev, I thought you sleep stream was cute and I was really tempted to play Sandler. I mean, I'm kind of curious if I would have even heard it, or would have it, you know, would I have like slept through it, or would have I jolted awake? Like, I'm kind of curious, you know? Even I'm curious what it would have been. I don't want to try getting over it for some reason now. I'm not a masochist or anything, but just kind of curious how far would I get through that one, because I don't know if this is just ignorance, but I feel like I would make a lot more progress than getting over with getting over it than I would with Jump King, if I'm gonna be honest. Because this thing requires precise pixelation or pixel movement that it's sometimes like not possible. I mean, they're different in their own right, granted, because one is like a mouse and one is like keyboard gameplay. Also, I would need to get a better mouse because this little thing is like really old. I mean, hell, this keyboard is so old that like I've lost like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, nearly 8 letters on my keyboard because you can't see them anymore. You can't see the keys, you know, the paint job on the keypads itself. So that's how bad it's gotten, but I'm just too lazy to repair or get a new keyboard because, you know, this one still works. I mean, I guess that what I could do is just like put stickers on top of them. But yeah, I'm just too lazy to get a new keyboard. But if I do, I'll probably get like a very nice, quiet one. Like, it doesn't have to be fancy or anything, it just has to be quiet. Because you don't want to hear me mash the keyboards all the time. So yeah, I'm kind of having like a lazy day at the moment. Like, one of those days where I really don't care. Like, there is this one game I do want to try. Um, it's like a battle royale, but it's like, it has a, like, you've seen it, some of you guys have seen it, it's where it basically features a typewriter and you have to write, you know, the sentences, and if you get one letter out of, you know, one letter out of place, you're dead, essentially. But that's not going to work very well if I can't see, you know, what letters are on my keyboard. Preferably would want a keyboard that maybe lights up as well, so I can actually see it in the dark. Because I've never had that. Like, this is just like an old school keyboard. It's not even a gaming keyboard. Just like hell, I haven't even got a gaming chair. I just have an average, you know, office chair that creaks. Man, that's really picky with the jump bit here, isn't it? So you need to find that smooth spot, like that right piece. Like, I feel sorry for the people that actually had to make this game, just to make sure the puzzles, you know, actually did work. And, you know, had to make sure that it was, you know, actually possible. Like, it's like with those Mario, like Mario Bros, like crash courses that people could make. Those like custom tracks that, you know, other players could, you know, traverse through like community made runs. And some of them are like so impossible to get through, and like it makes you think like how do you know if it's possible? Because, you know, the creator has to have, you know, managed to get from the beginning to the end, and, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if some of them were actually, you know, bullshit. And, you know, they never really got to the end of the track, and it's like actually not possible. But I'm pretty sure that would be illegal too. Like, you can't really submit that kind of like course. Or replace the keys with like pretty custom ones. I mean, I could do that, but I think it would just be better just to get a new keyboard. You know, get with the times and everything. Actually, it'd be kind of funny if this keyboard actually had a date on it. Does it have a date? Yes, it does. October 2020. So this thing's gonna be 6 years old soon. When I was a kid, my brother got a mechanical keyboard. It was so... Hi, Jimmy. Yeah, that game was fun. I've seen those, and they'll spend hours trying to beat the... Like, I remember when Termy showed me the Game Grumps going through a Mario course, and like Aaron was like trying to get through this like little spike course, and it was just not possible. And I always wondered, like, did they actually test it before they uploaded this track to make sure that, you know, people could actually beat it, you know? I wonder what the sweet spot of this one is, because I'm not finding it at all. I've seen, yeah, I've seen those, yeah. Again, put your expectations away. Again, just a reminder, you know, there is no such thing as progress. Only downhill. I wonder how Darren keeps himself, not Darren, Aaron. I wonder how he keeps himself sane, knowing he has to put with so much, you know, with some of these games, like, that just, like, fills them with such rage. Like, it's funny content, but I also feel for the guy as well. Oh, that was a nice jump. Ow. Like, I almost got to see the Game Grumps, as I said before, but due to my friend fumbling the tickets, and it was like, I think the ticket was like a week old, so yeah, the Game Grumps already happened, mate. So I had to spend all that money on fuel, hotel, for nothing. I think I had to spend like, what, £200 or something? And we just spent our day just on a crappy riverboat ride. So yeah, I was really angry at my friend. Because, you know, I was genuinely excited to see the Game Grumps, but apparently that was not gonna happen. But, you know, if I ever do see Dan and Aaron, you know, it would be a funny story to tell them. You know, I've got a story to tell them if I do meet them. I don't know why, but there's a part of me that, like, before I even get, like, back then, if I had done this, like, let's say, I don't know, 10, maybe 16 years ago, I would have been in full rage, you know, at this game. But I'm not feeling rage, I'm just feeling boredom with the constant, you know, missteps that I'm making. Like, my continuous failure in my fruitless attempt to make it to the top is literally boring me. That's how I feel. Now that I think about it, I don't think this game... I mean, I've always been curious about it, but I think it's more, it's definitely one of those games where it's more fun. Like, I know this sounds bad, but I think it's more fun to watch people suffer playing this game than to play it yourself. Because it's all about the reactions, rather than, you know, getting to the top. Because if anything, you don't want them to get to the top. You want them to stay down there, because their suffering is your entertainment. Don't you think that's weirdly fucked up though? And I'm basically just calling people out because, you know, that's how people... That's how sometimes people watch people's content. This night guy has some thunder thighs. He actually does, really. He's like... He looks like he's like constantly squatting. I mean, he must have some really thick thighs from all that constant jumping. Like, holy shit. Like, if I would imagine if he was in like Super Smash Brothers or whatever it's called, Super Smash Bros. If he lands on the ground, he is shadowing it for sure. Well, I may not get out of the, you know, the forest area, but at least I got to see different shade of trees, I guess. And you know what? That's good enough for me. I was gonna play another game where it also involves ascending. Let me just see. Where is it? I might butcher the pronunciation though. Where is that? It's called Chiron or Kine. So it's basically like that rock climbing game where you have to like attach ropes to the cliff and everything, and you know, if you get injured you can, you know, patch yourself up. Even probably collect supplies as well. It's the bird. Hi, Dane. Alright, I'll give this one more go. And then we can decide who we're gonna raid. So yeah, it is a Thursday, so I don't know if, you know, Friends is happening. I kind of wish it would. I like there's a save and give up, and I'm like, which one is which? You know? It's like what was it called? Trying to remember what it was. But it basically had two buttons for like ending the game. And I was like, what's the difference? They both do the same. It was like I don't remember what it was, FYI. But they basically just do the same thing. But you have two options. And I'm like, what is the point of this? You know? Uh hmm. You know what? I'm gonna raid someone completely different today. I'm gonna raid let's see. I'm gonna raid, let's raid Sean. I don't think I've ever raided Sean before. Okay. Blah. But yeah, don't worry about it. I'm not gonna play this game again, so I'm not gonna waste your time because your time is precious, so I'm not gonna be that cruel. But I just wanted to give it a try and just see what the fuss was about. No worries. I don't know what I'm gonna play tonight. I'll probably have to do some thinking about it if they don't have anything ready for Threads, so thank you very much again for joining me. Thank you for the hydrations and the follows. And I will see you guys later. I might try um getting over it next time. And see what how that one feels. Destroy my mouse in the process, you know? Might be good fun. But yeah, have a very good one, guys. Enjoy your lunch, and I'll see you later tonight then. Bye bye.